Welcome to Hagenstedt for a Gold Nugget update plus bonus flight tutorial with me, MrSealyp. Welcome to MrSealyp's Flying Log Emporium. This is going to be a strange episode. It's kind of a follow-up to the Gold Nugget episode and the Hagenstedt first look episode. This comes to you from Jack. This was advice that was given to me from Jack. Jack, I hope you don't mind me using this. I thought I would show it to make life a bit easier for anyone out there who's struggling. Ever thought about taking flying lessons, but you're on console, you haven't got access to a helicopter mod or an aeroplane mod or any of those other exciting things? Well, apparently this works on Xbox and it works on PlayStation. It works because I've tried it already. Hagenstedt, as we are probably all aware now, has got some hard to reach gold nuggets. As it transpires, not impossible to reach. I was given lots of advice yesterday. People posting saying try the Scorpion King, put it on maximum boom length. I had Shane who had cut down huge trees and was taking a tree around the map and leaning it up against things and walking up the tree. Genius idea, hadn't even crossed my mind. It's very, very clever. It's thinking so far outside the box. It's you know, the box is a dot on the horizon kind of thing. But this is what I'm going to show you now. So you can do it with the Scorpion King if you want to. The advice that was given to me was you need to cut down a tree. Fantastic, that I can do. So I have got myself a trusty chainsaw. Let's see if we can get, he says, there we go. Now I've turned a little bit, I'm hoping I'm not going to drop this on my tractor. Should go to the left. That was close. Actually, I need that. Okay. So, let's just lock the end off. Shall I? Why not? The next piece of advice was cut yourself a 3 metre length. Now, be careful. If you cut yourself, turn off a second. If you cut yourself a 3 metre length from this end, the object is too heavy. You can't do anything with it. It doesn't have to be exactly 3 metres. For example, if I cut this section, let's try that. So we get on there. As long as you can pick the object up, that's the most important thing. And technically you need to kind of be able to stand on it too. So as soon as you kind of raise up onto it, if I can pick that object up, which I can, that's fine. Okay. If I go to the other end, for it to be too heavy, I mean I can go probably, well, I can go a lot longer. Like so, and should be able to pick up this object like so. Fantastic. So the point here is you need a log that you can pick up. Now transporting them around, I've got a trailer with me, so I'll just lift that up for the time being. That's not going to go in properly, is it? Of course not. Although I'm careful now. Just push it in. That'll do for a minute. And the longer bit, pick that up. The longer bit, the thicker bit. And drop that in. Right, okay. So I've got 2 logs. That should do me to start off with. Just don't want to lose them in transport. Okay, that one. Logs are a pain. Come on, lay on your side. What's the matter with you? That'll do. Okay, so I have my logs. Next step. Head to one of the pesky gold nuggets that you can't get to. And the Flying Log Emporium will be open for business. And this is interesting to say the least. Not even slightly realistic. It is a glitch, a strange happenstance, I think is what you want to call it. So if I now stand kind of on the log, and it needs to be on the log, try and get your hand so it's central. So if I press pick up now with circle, the dot should be kind of in the centre. Right, so I've picked up the log, my dot's in the centre. If I now press jump with X, interestingly, I appear to be flying. When I say appear to be, I am flying. Okay, I need to get high enough, so what I will do is just turn this round using my D-pad. I think maybe another jump. And then push forward on my left D-pad, and I am, for all intents and purposes, flying. Now, what you can do at this point is just press release object and you'll just drop. What I did find is, if you do that from a very high height, the log disappears into the ground, kind of embeds itself. But if you tip forwards, or tip backwards, you'll start to sink to the ground very slowly. It's incredibly controllable. If I tip forwards, I will go down quicker, or backwards. If I level out, I will just drop nice and gracefully. I say gracefully. There we go. I've got my gold coin. The one that I couldn't get before because I couldn't get up here. I flew. It's quite impressive. So, gold nugget achieved, flying achieved. If I pick it up again, get my hand central, try and get the dot right in the middle, like so. Jump again, spin it round. If you go too quickly, you need to be careful. I am now going up somehow, but push forwards. It's just like flying. So with a combination of the two, it's not the quickest thing in the world. If you push too far forward or too hard, I did find you can kind of fall off, but it will judder and you can suddenly drop to your death. Well, you can't drop to your death, but you know what I mean. It's a flying log. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a flying log emporium. So if I tip forward now, it should come down. Please come down, otherwise I'm going to be stuck in the air forever. But if I lean backwards, there we go. I'm slowly sinking to the ground. If I tip back too far, I will just fall off it. But the further back you tip, the quicker you drop. And then when you get close to the ground, if you want to, just level yourself out, and it will slow down that descent. Sorry. If I aim back for my trailer, I can probably land it if I can get it just right. Let's see. Here we go. Tip back. I've been Harry Potter. And there we go. Back. This is the weirdest thing I think I've ever done on Farming Simulator, but I got the gold nugget. So, I'm going to grab the tractor. That cost me, well, basically that cost me 1,000 to get a chainsaw. That was it. But like I say, as long as you can pick up the objects, you'll be fine. Right, like I did on my gold nugget episode, bear with me 1 second. When I return, I will be back, or we'll be back. I'll be down over at the golf course where the two lighting rig ones were. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same principle. Nothing's going to be any different, but I'm going to do it with the other log just to show that you can do it with the stubby ones too. It doesn't have to be a long, thin log. It can be a chunky one. So I have bought my trailer of wizardry, or possibly sorcery, I'm not too sure, over to the golf course, to that pesky light, that I had trouble with, which on top of should be a gold nugget. There we go. So let's hop out into the trailer and we'll go into the stubby one. Like I say, as long as you can pick it up, and I'm kind of standing on top of it, so get my hands central, press circle and then jump. So I can use it with chunky logs as well. It's going to make for some very interesting aerial shots, I think. Right, let's turn around very slowly. I want to make sure I'm at the right height. Make sure I press the right button, not let go. So, edge myself ever so slightly forward. Ah! Where did my log go? I think because it was a shorter one and I was on the back of it, as I leant back it just kind of automatically let it go. Where's that gone? Oh, there it is. Let's try that again. That's weird. Pretend the first bit didn't happen. I am dropping very, very slowly this time, so I don't fall off the back of it. We have touchdown. If I step off that, I have the nugget, and we are on top of the lighting fixture. Hooray! Right, there you go. Just to prove you can do it with a chunky log too, despite the previous minor mistake. But anyway, there you go. Flying logs. Who knew? Wizardry, sorcery, call it whatever you like. Myth, magic and mayhem. But it does work. So if you need to on console, on PS4, it apparently works on Xbox. Thank you, Jack, for that. Very, very, very helpful and very ingenious and very peculiar. But there you have it. You should be able to go around and collect them. As far as I'm aware, word has reached my ear through various different subscribers and sources that there is going to be an update for this map. When that will be, who knows? No idea. I don't think the nuggets are going to change place. They're supposed to be where they are. They're supposed to be hard to get to. Makes you think outside the box, and it really, really does. But there we go. That's it for this mini episode. Update to the Gold Nugget episode, but also a guide to flying. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful and informative. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share the video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, from very, very high up on a lighting gantry. Thanks for watching.